Hey, it's Josh, and you're listening to The Other Show.
So they're one of the biggest companies in the world right now,
Mhm.
and they say they're gonna stream Love is Blind, the final episode. It's the reunion episode live this past Sunday, right? Josh, I
Mhm.
don't Spencer's laughing because he's like, "Oh yeah, reality show,
Well, no,
great."
no.
Once again.
Because before we started the show, you're like, "Have you guys heard the Netflix news?" I'm like, "Who watches Netflix anymore? Like, who?"
No,
And then
no, here.
you said Love is Blind. I was like, "Oh, I know what he's talking about."
Spencer's going to be taking them to Disneyland. That's what he's going to be doing so we can get on those rides.
No, let me pull it back for you, Spencer. Spencer, everyone watches Netflix, and it's the weirdest thing. And I know it's not the best way to watch stuff. You've proven this, okay? But it's so weird that Netflix gets a movie. Like, for example, they just put Arnold Schwarzenegger's The Last Stand, which is a movie you guys haven't heard of,
Yeah,
but it
I
came out in
have.
2013. Have you really?
Yeah.
Come on. But I'm talking a movie of like really low quality. It probably made $15 million in the theaters. They're like, hey guys, we've got a new movie for you. And I'm not joking, 30 million people watch this movie because it's just a new movie on Netflix and people are so thirsty for new content on that streaming service.
Yeah.
And they know what they're doing. Like they have 200 million subscribers, I think. And anyways, you think a company like this would have the servers ready to go for, I'm just saying, their biggest reality show. Josh, are you caught up?
For Love is Blind,
Yeah.
I haven't even watched it, man.
Oh, I thought you were my brother in arms.
I've got too many stories to watch. Like,
Don't say that like General Hospital.
I'm a married man who has
What-
walked himself into too many dating reality shows because of my wife.
Okay, what are you watching right now?
I can't remember. They're just all dating ones.
See? Yeah, but here's the thing.
Is Love is Blind? Is it like a blind dating reality show?
No.
Like, are they blind and waiting to go to the line first at Disneyland?
Who wants to date Helen Keller? I don't know.
Okay. I feel like
I'm
we're
just
doubling
saying.
down. You haven't even heard of Love is Blind?
No, I'm still processing MILF Manor.
I'm actually going to be dealing with that in therapy for the next little while. So,
With your bishop or with your therapist?
Probably both.
the licensed one, the professional. So, Love is Blind is a
Okay.
show, and it's real tacky, but it's about 12 episodes a season.
Okay.
Where they get the typical people who want attention,
Mhm.
and they meet in these isolated pods. And so, for example, Josh, I'm in a pod across from a lady friend, but it could be any one of 20 women.
Okay.
And I have to kind of go on these literal blind dates with these women and talk for 30 minutes, but just keep doing that for a couple days until we find someone we love. And then within 3 days, you propose marriage to someone you've never seen.
Wait, do you propose after you see them or
No, you propose to a wall.
Wow.
You propose to a wall and they say, yes, I love you so much. And then after they say yes, you meet face to face. And then the show for about 7 episodes shows the two of you living together, shows what life is like, how your families react. And then the final couple episodes are the weddings. And I think you're contractually obligated to show up at the wedding. And you can say, I do or I don't at that point.
Okay, I actually think I might like this.
1000% a Josh show.
Oh, I'm going to talk to your wife like immediately
Ken?
to get you started.
Kent, he watches Chicago Fire, Chicago MD, and he gets
Ew.
No.
a special dinner
Gross.
every year for the annual crossover.
That's okay. Well, yeah, okay. Everything you just said is true.
Sure.
But let's get back to this because I'm all for that, mainly
Yeah.
because I remember when I first met Marianne, I did not see her eyes for the first 2 dates. Well, for the first 2 days at Disneyland.
Sunglasses?
I was
Okay.
convinced. I'm like, she's cross-eyed. She is completely cross-eyed. And as soon as I see her eyes,
Could she get you to the front of the lines?
So you thought
you're a horrible person.
she was hiding her eyes because she was cross-eyed, kind of like a dude who wears
Yes.
hats all the time is going to be bald.
Yes, like I have such a thing with eyes and with teeth. Luckily, she smiled, and she has a great
Most
smile.
people have a thing with feet, Josh.
But we're not going to talk about kinks here. But I just remember the first 2 dates. I'm like, she is cross-eyed. Like as soon as she takes off those sunglasses, like reality is going to set in.
Okay.
And no.
But
So
let me ask you this: if she were cross-eyed, would things be where they are today?
I mean, we know how I am when I'm scared. I mean, I go cross-eyed myself, so
That's true.
it could work out.
It could work
Were
out.
you scared on your wedding night, Josh?
No comment.
So what you're saying is this could be a new show for the two of you.
Yeah, actually, I think I think it'd be good because I would be commenting on like everybody's teeth and
Yeah.
their eye placement.
Oh,
So
I'm more than happy to talk about the show with you.
yes.
But here's what happened this past week.
Okay. Yes.
So-
Yes. What happened? How did Netflix screw this
Yeah.
over?
They've been airing season 4,
Mhm.
and they had the weddings, and everyone's like, oh, what's going to happen in the reunion special, which is generally filmed a year after they record the show.
Mhm.
That way we can see if someone did get married, are they divorced now? Or if someone has beef or gossip on the show, we get to talk about it now. And that show is hosted by Nick and Vanessa Lachey, Nick Lachey of 98 Degrees sort of fame.
Oh, yeah,
And so
yeah.
Netflix said, hey, for the first time ever, I think it's the first time Netflix has ever done it. They said, we're airing a live special at 6 p.m. on Sunday night. Alive. This is Netflix, the streaming service. And they're saying, yep, it's going to be live. This is the TV channel. This is destination watching.
Yeah.
And what happened? Everyone tuned in to watch and crashed their servers, and they were down for about 3 to 4 hours. Netflix.
3 to 4 hours.
Yeah.
This was this past Sunday.
This was literally, as of this recording, yesterday. You go check Twitter, people are roasting Netflix. Everyone's like, are you guys going to do Netflix by mail for this live special? Like, what's going on here?
I still have some DVDs I think I need to send back.
that you said you lost?
Yeah.
They got lost in the mail?
Oh, I can't even tell you how many times I did that.
How can Netflix not handle a live event? But there's churches in backwoods Georgia that can host a live event every week.
That's the thing I don't know. Oh, look, they did crash the site. Everyone jumping on crashed the site.
Oh, like 5 people.
But still, no, I'm saying this now. Netflix has so many people watching because people in this country and the world are so bored that will watch anything, whether it's The Last Stand or Love is Blind, and will crash their frickin' site.
You did just explain why Grey's Anatomy is still on.
Look, I will get back to you guys, so I still haven't been able to watch the finale. I'm upset.
I can tell.
Clearly.
Do you need to go get a mani-pedi and then watch it with, your Stanley?
Well, look, I'm like anti-kink with the feet. Like, I don't want people touching my feet whatsoever. So
I'm still not saying anything here because this is a family show.
Oh, it is now. Okay.
I can't say anything, Josh, because I did give you toe spacers. Have you tried your toe spacers yet?
Yeah.
Wait, do you wear the toe spacers like when doing your nails or just for kicks?
I'm not doing my nails, if that's what you're wondering.
Well, then why would you wear toe spacers?
To spread your toes.
Wait, but why do you need to spread your toes for any reason?
For natural feet so that you can run better.
Is that a true statement?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No. Okay,
What?
I'm a
No way. This is a lie.
No, there's this big movement. We had a big thing at work where we learned about toes and how they're supposed to be spread out for athleticism. And then we looked at like LeBron James's feet, and they're screwed up. Have you ever seen LeBron's feet?
No, and I'm not going to look it up either.
Oh, they're terrible.
I will.
Josh, let's find a pic real
No.
quick.
Oh.
Guys, no, we're recording a show. Please don't.
Oh my gosh.
Do you like how like the little piggy went all the way home?
His pinky toe is like in the middle of his foot. Like, is he wearing high heels when he's not on the basketball court? That's like messed up.
That's from his shoes. That's like, look up any professional athlete's feet. Like, they're all like this.
His pinky toe is literally in the middle of his foot.
Yeah, so you're saying this is for better athleticism, but his toes are all scrunched together on one side of the foot.
Well, there goes my kink.
Yeah, I hear that.
Healthier feet. Healthier feet.
Okay, moving on. Josh, I know that you celebrated a special holiday this past week. I'd love to hear about it.
Second Easter, Greek Easter, is something we do in our family. Kind of, being Greek, just like being Jewish, right? How was Passover, by the way, Kenny?
Well, I failed this year. I was at Disneyland, so
I mean,
I completely failed.
Most secular Jews, probably
Yeah.
were at Disneyland as well. So
we'll make generalizations.
Did you just diss Kenny's religion?
Hey, no, I am part Jewish as well. So
Yeah, he can.
I can.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a free pass. I have a card if you want me to check
so
it.
Greek Easter.
Greek
Tell me all
Easter,
about that.
yeah. So Greek Easter, spent it with my family.
Mm-hmm.
Went to church with my family. Granted, I mean, we just went to the local LDS church, not the Greek Orthodox church. But
that's too bad.
Okay.
I mean, it's fine, but it's also too bad.
no, actually, Greek Orthodox like Easter Mass is actually one of my favorite.
It's a
things
real
to
thing.
do.
Yeah.
But no, I was sitting there at church, sitting there with my little niece, right? And Marianne and I are trying to be the good aunt and uncle, and we kind of lean, we lean forward, and I'm like, Quinley, like this is really special, isn't it? So neat that we can sit here, we can think of Jesus and everything. And she just looks at me, and she's like, I hate the Easter Bunny. I hate Halloween. I hate Santa. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, I got you for half of that.
Yeah. Wait, where did this come from?
So part of my family, I mean, we do celebrate holidays. It's just there's not an emphasis on Halloween, and there's not an emphasis so much on Santa so much.
Okay.
Granted, none of them have said like Santa's not real or anything. They've just asked that Santa bypasses their house.
Sure.
But for whatever reason, I mean, she's 3 years old, right?
Yeah.
But she's kind of clumped, Santa into Halloween and the Easter Bunny and all of the Easter.
No. Josh, first off, I take offense. Before the show, you said your niece was just like me. I love Santa Claus.
I'm talking about Halloween for you, man.
No, you did not say that. You just said you are just like my niece. My first Christmas with Stephanie, I said, can you make me a Santa suit? In fact, when I was a wee lad, I told my parents I wanted to grow up and be Santa.
Spencer, we're not talking about kinks, remember?
Should we go back to LeBron's feet?
I am not. I'm not a bitter 67-year-old woman who lived through the Depression like your niece is, apparently.
I think I hit a nerve.
Yeah, apparently.
No, you're right. I don't like Halloween, and I'm not a huge fan of Thanksgiving. But the 4th of July, I tell you what, I'm in an American flag Speedo walking around the neighborhood wishing everybody a Merry Independence Day.
There's a whole new kink right there.
Spencer, Thanksgiving is a day of food. What is your deal?
At least he's not wearing the American Speedo at Thanksgiving.
I've never heard about this.
I'm
no.
wearing the turkey gobbler.
No.
We're going to get that E.
We're going to get the E.
My birthday's right after Thanksgiving, so it got lumped in a lot, and I hate turkey. Nobody knows how to cook turkey, right?
No. I'm the same way, and it's well documented on my social media that I absolutely hate Thanksgiving.
Wow.
It's been a war with my mother pretty much the past 10, 15 years. And granted, Marianne loves Thanksgiving and has decorations, and that was kind of a trial, in the first 6 months of our marriage.
Oh, absolutely.
Hold on.
Yeah.
A trial.
Mhm.
I'm thankful for you, Josh. Oh, please don't. Oh, this pains me to my
I'm
very
grateful.
soul.
I'm a very grateful person.
Apparently not.
He's not grateful just once a year, Kenny.
Do not show that through like depictions of turkeys and pilgrims and that blasted stupid cornucopia. Don't get me started on the cornucopia.
Then don't put a cornucopia out there. But you got stuffing, you got mashed potatoes, you got rolls, you got sweet potatoes. I don't care if you don't like turkey, make a freaking ham.
Okay.
There's ways to celebrate Thanksgiving
Hey.
without you guys ripping the holiday down. I am here.
Look at my Thanksgiving feast. Various shades of brown and gravy.
Yeah. Oh, brown and gravy sounds delicious.
Let's throw a little green in there for kicks and giggles.
Whoa, take it easy.
Easy.
Spencer's trying to give us the E today.
He is trying to.
No, look. So Spencer, you're like, I like 4th of July, and that's the final holiday until Christmas. Boring.
No, Labor Day.
Labor Day. Get real. What are you doing?
Labor
Wearing
Day.
white pants?
No, I
Halloween,
go camping
Thanksgiving.
and I cook food.
I didn't expect a rant. I'm feeling ranty. You got 3 of the most impressive holidays at the end of the year. It's a gift because it's like, hey, I know this year's kind of sucked. Here's 3 great holidays all in a row.
I don't disagree with you. They're the 3 of the greatest holidays at the end of the year: Hanukkah, Christmas, and New Year's Eve.
Liar.
What about Kwanzaa?
Ooh, that's up there. Top 5.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
It's just fraudulent.
Top 5.
Everything you guys are saying.
Boxing Day.
Yep.
I don't know you
That
guys.
rounds up the top 5.
I don't know you, and I don't want to know you.
I'm just saying, though, the thing with Greek Easter especially that I love is that it is a rabbit-free holiday in our household.
Okay, go on.
Because there's no Easter Bunny whatsoever. Like, Easter Bunny is not allowed on Greek Easter. Because I think I talked about this earlier. Growing up, I had a legit fear of the Easter Bunny.
It's my 4th greatest fear.
Real okay, it is your 4th grade. Okay, great.
Large rabbits are my 4th greatest fear.
Large rabbits.
Okay.
Yeah.
Again, this is why we're the same kid.
We really are the same person. I've had nightmares where I look out the window at night and I see in the streetlight large rabbit men walking down the street towards me.
I
Thank
have
you,
that
Josh.
same nightmare.
Who are you and why are we twins?
I know.
I know you guys were a little bit older in the 90s, but does Lola Rabbit give you some mixed feelings then?
Look, I'm not going to lie. Talking to my therapist about it right now. So
Have you ever checked out her feet?
it's fine.
Just saying.
What is this episode?
Don't
She
know.
does have some great teeth, Josh.
Okay, so
Anyway.
rabbit-free Greek Easter.
rabbit-free, no Easter Bunny whatsoever. But honestly, it's just a lot of fun. In the past, we pretty much just stick to like Greek food, spanakopita, tiropita, Greek salad. It's probably the only one that anybody who's listening to anything that I'm saying right now understands. But
Can I ask a question?
Mhm.
Is Greek Easter a better holiday than Thanksgiving?
yes, because there's no turkey.
Some alternatives to celebrate on Thanksgiving.
There's no mashed potatoes.
Thursday, November 23rd, 2023. You can also celebrate National Eat a Cranberry Day. I'd rather do that. National
What are you,
Cashew Day.
Ocean Spray? Shut up,
Rather do
Spencer. Get out of here.
National Espresso Day. I'll break the word of wisdom instead of celebrate Thanksgiving. USA National Day.
Yeah, I know you have
Mourning.
no standards.
I'm in mourning because I have to celebrate Thanksgiving.
There's no mourning. It's food.
No. It's actually the morning because all of the pilgrims took the Native Americans' land. That's
Okay.
Completely
now you're making
different.
it too real.
I know.
Wow.
I'm like, it's completely different type of mourning here.
Actually,
Oh,
Josh, that's the
man.
next day, the 24th. That's National Native American Heritage Day.
Hey, Spencer, smoke a turkey. All right?
Oh, I did. Have you not heard this story?
No.
So it was Stephanie's right behind me. Stephanie, was it our second?
Got to
This is
fact
cute.
checked himself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Third Thanksgiving married. It was 2021.
Okay.
We went up to her in-laws, well, my in-laws, to celebrate Thanksgiving because my sister-in-law flew in from Alaska.
Oh, how nice. Family comes into town to celebrate a holiday. Oh, shucks.
So we pull a trailer up there because I don't want to stay in
Okay.
the house. I want my own space.
Sure.
We get up there and children are already vomiting.
Okay.
Within 24 hours, my daughter Hazel, who's not even 1 year old,
Jeez.
is vomiting.
Okay.
Then Stephanie starts vomiting. We're not even one day into Thanksgiving.
It's like a Family Guy
Mhm,
like
mhm.
episode over here.
The only person that does not get sick, me. You have to picture where we're at. We are literally 3 miles from the nearest neighbor. Beautiful fall foliage. Middle of nowhere. This is how the zombie apocalypse starts.
And you had to put everyone down. Is that what we're saying?
No, the smoked turkey comes in because I had started cooking the turkey 3 days prior.
Okay.
Everybody's vomiting. I'm at make or break. Either this turkey goes in the trash or I turn it into something. I made some smoked turkey chicken noodle soup. Well, turkey noodle soup.
Okay.
I slaved over this turkey noodle soup for 24 hours that day. Everybody's vomiting, only to be told after I had finished making this beautiful soup that everyone was suddenly feeling better and went to Panda Express.
So, listen.
This is the root of why he has Thanksgiving problems.
I have Thanksgiving trust issues.
I think you just have problems with Panda Express.
Panda Express and the Myers clan, apparently.
Uh,
This sounds like a family
Yeah.
issue.
What are you
Not
talking
a
about?
pilgrim
This
issue.
was not a Myers family thing. I was the only Myers there.
Oh, you're gonna blame your wife's family.
Because it was.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Stephanie. It was.
He's apologizing to his
Don't look
wife,
at me like
but also
that.
blaming her at the same time. Okay, listen, I'm just upset with you guys right now. I can't deal with the holiday talk anymore. But Josh, happy Greek Easter.
Yeah, well, and happy belated Passover.
Yeah, I should celebrate it. Yeah, Disneyland. I ate a macaron. Yep,
Macaron.
whatever it's called. Also, I've heard some rumblings about the other Kenny and you, Josh. You guys kind of had some misadventures or whatnot.
I don't know if it's misadventures, but I think we became like
Best friends.
HOA best friends.
Wait, because when last we spoke to everyone and with each other, and I know Spencer kind of has the inside source here, but you were looking out your window trying to get some guy towed because he was parked in front of your driveway, and you called your friend Kenny P to do so, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then the next day, the same neighbor ended up parking out in the front for over
Of your place.
2 hours.
Okay.
So over 2 hours,
Mm-hmm.
we ended up calling a tow truck, and it took the tow truck
Okay.
2 hours
Right.
to get there. And we were both, I'm like on opposite ends of the street because Kenny just lives down the street and can kind of see down our street.
Mm-hmm.
We were both like in the blinds waiting for this tow truck to come.
They were not in blinds. They were in bushes.
And it
Camo paint on.
But no, so anyway, that neighbor got away.
Got away.
And
For now.
yes, they got away.
They got away like, you citizens arrest, come back here.
We've had some other adventures with some of the same neighbors, but other neighbors who keep on parking.
That's
Okay.
not what I heard.
Are we talking about the mattress? Because I was getting to that one.
Because Kenny P came up to me today at work, and the first things he says to me is, I moved a mattress. Josh and I moved a mattress.
What does that mean?
Okay, so what happened is one of our neighbors was cleaning out their garage, and jam-packed garage. Like they were working on it all day Saturday. And this is a pet peeve, even if I wasn't belonging to an HOA. But instead of taking their crap to the dump or to the DI,
Sure.
they just put it on the curb with a sign that says free.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll give you the benefit of the doubt if it's something nice, like if it's a entertainment center or whatever.
Yeah, okay.
But it was a mattress.
Ooh.
It was a mattress with a visible like stain.
No.
And it was sitting there pretty much from Saturday afternoon to about Sunday afternoon.
Oh, gross.
And it just and it was right on the sidewalk. So it was a safety hazard.
A public nuisance.
And it just was gross. And so I told Kenny, who was HOA president, and he ended up taking it back over to the house, and he laid it down on the driveway. So when they left this morning, they ran over the mattress.
Oh.
With their
So
car.
he laid it down, and they were just like driving to work, backing out of their driveway, and they drove over their mattress.
They had a truck, but I was kind of hoping it was a lowrider because that would have been more entertaining.
Like high centered on the P spot.
Yeah. Yes.
Why would you ever? Like, I think it's embarrassing for people to see a mattress, right? If it has a spot like that.
Well,
Why would you put it in front of your house?
here's the thing. So you can get a mattress stain from spilling soup or water on your mattress. Like that.
I mean,
It just happens, right? But nobody assumes it comes from soup or water. Like the first thing everybody
No.
thinks of is pee, even if it's not
here's
pee.
so Spencer is actually still triggered because they actually poured his turkey noodle soup onto a mattress and then tried to give it away. So
Or it could just be orange chicken
no.
from Panda Express.
In the history of all mankind, has anybody ever taken a mattress from off the side of the road?
okay, but have you ever been to Savers and there's secondhand underwear for sale?
Yeah, nobody buys that.
Okay, people do it. No, someone does.
No, nobody buys that.
Someone does. Yeah, that's a little bizarre, obviously. But there's been time when someone has.
Josh hasn't experienced this, but I know his HOA, and I know every year, April, May, they the HOA pays for dumpsters for people to come and bring stuff and throw it away.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Okay.
So the dude just had to wait like a couple weeks, and he could have thrown it away.
Yeah, well, and it's just a lazy approach.
Yeah.
Honestly, because I mean, granted, you can't donate that
No.
to the DI because it has a
Stain.
A soup
orange
stain.
chicken / turkey soup stain.
Mattresses always have weird lumps or stains if they're used. Like nobody gets a used mattress.
Yeah.
Like even when I was in college, that was one thing I brought from apartment to apartment was a mattress that I purchased.
Okay. Yeah, I get that. So, Josh, I'm picturing you now riding in the HOA with Kenny P, looking for chances to make things right, like you were Batman and Robin of the HOA.
I think we are now.
I think so too.
Well, and granted, like my walks with my wife around the neighborhood, they're not walks. They're just my rounds of the HOA.
Oh, you're the worst.
It's the neighborhood watch, you know.
Can you now tell Marianne instead of leaf peeping, you're gonna go patrolling as you slip into some black
I think he already does that. I don't think this is a secret.
I know. I'm like, yeah. Why is this a secret?
I'm proud of you, man. You're such a narc.
But you know what? Like Batman and Robin, man. I'm the Robin. I'm the Robin of the HOA.
Thank you for claiming Robin.
I mean, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Here's
with that.
the thing: if I look at you, and Kenny, I believe you have an HOA as well.
I don't actually. No,
really. I'm actually a little surprised.
I kind of wish I did because there's a few children that I wouldn't mind getting away from the property. I'll say that.
As long as you don't go patrolling, Kenny, we're good.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Yeah.
I've got an airsoft gun.
I was gonna say if Josh is like the Batman and Robin of the HOA, I could see you totally being like the Joker or the Riddler. Actually, probably more the Condiment King, like a mild nuisance.
Do you want to come on my neighborhood watches, Kenny? Why don't you come down? We can watch Love Is Blind, then we can go on a patrol. You know, and Kenny P can come. We'll be Batman, Robin, and then the Joker. It'd be great. We can come on one of our patrols.
The three best friends, Batman, Robin, and the Joker, going for a walk.
And then my wife will be Catwoman.
Okay, take it easy.
I'm just saying.
I'll be Harvey Dent. All right.
That works. You could also be Batgirl.
Okay. Do we have any calls, Josh?
Yes, we do. We probably should get to those, huh? All right, here we go.
Hey guys, it's Wade. Spencer, to answer your question about The Last Ronin, I think the video game will be awesome and very intriguing because you could live through what happened to each turtle. You could play that level or that portion of the game and you can live it instead of reading about it. And I think it'll be good. They also talked about doing a movie as well, like a straight to DVD type of movie for it. But anyway, love you guys. Keep it up. I listen every week, and I want to tell Josh that I really enjoyed the latest episode with Coach Blue, the part 1 that you guys discussed in the last episode. I'm really enjoying it. It's great. Hey, keep the faith, and for all those bad things that happened that you guys went through, we got the other show out of it. So let's look on the positive side. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Hey, Wade, I 100% agree with you. I think it's worked really, really well as a video game. I know that I've heard the rumors that it's going to go to a DVD as well, kind of like Batman versus the Ninja Turtles. But I honestly...
Wait, Batman versus the Ninja Turtles?
Yeah, have you not seen this?
Or the Ninja Turtles against the HOA? Which one?
We're still stuck on that.
You know what? It is New York. I do believe the sewers would have an HOA. No, so I just don't think that it would quite work as a movie. Better storytelling device, and the way I approach comic books, especially in adaptations, is to adapt the story. And in the case of The Last Ronin, I honestly do think that a video game to tell the story of The Last Ronin and how he was able to escape and what his fate was is much, much better than a straight to DVD.
All right, well, yeah, let's get to this next one.
Thanks, Wade.
I think this is a familiar voice. So,
hi again. So after listening to the last show, I realized that I forgot the number 1 rule, and that was the leaving my name part. So, yeah, it's Jess, by the way, just Jess. Anyways, I had a couple things I wanted to say. First off, Kenny, please call me because I work in IT. Thank you very much. So I tell people how to turn things on like every single day. So like just call me and I'll help you get your computer up and running and we'll play games and have a great time. It's a no judgment free zone, okay? So yeah, just do it. Second, Spencer, if you want to be an 80s baby, like you go ahead and you be an 80s baby because I will stand behind you 100%. I'm not that much older than you, and I will absolutely agree that we consumed a lot of the same content. So yeah, proudly wear that 89 80s baby badge, whatever. I got you. And lastly, Josh, you don't know how much anxiety you induced in me by when I joined the other show group. You made me a group expert, and it immediately asked what I was an expert in, and I was like, oh no. So I was like, I like ghosts and paranormal, I guess, and then I realized that a lot of people in the group are also really into ghosts and paranormal, and so I'm like, I don't know that I'm that much of an expert over everyone else. So then I thought again, and I was like, well, I could do video games because I really like video games. And then I remembered that the video game podcast I helped create, I got kicked off of that one too. So that was a no-go. So then I panicked, and I thought of the one thing that I didn't think anyone else would know more than me on, and I put K-pop. And as soon as I hit submit, I knew it was a mistake, and I felt immediate regret. So I deleted it. I don't know what people see me as an expert of, but like if you see that I'm on the group and I'm like a K-pop expert and I'm like a 30-year-old woman who's like, it's fine. Yeah, so I guess if you want song recommendations, I don't know, but yeah, so that was fun. Anyways. You guys are amazing. I think you have the most fantastic chemistry. I look forward to the show every single week, and you guys are doing such a great job. So keep it up. I love you guys, and I will talk to you later. Oh. Also, Josh and Spencer, your wives sound amazing, and I would absolutely be best friends with them. Sorry, Kenny, if you had one too, I'd probably be friends with her too, but you know.
You know, first off, Jess, K-pop is great. Be that paranormal expert because we know that Kenny is, or no, is that ghosting? I can't remember what it.
Okay. Listen, I was about to say, Jess, your expertise may be in anxiety based on that last call because you really couldn't decide.
I was going to tell Jess that she could totally be an expert in 80s pop culture. Me and her could start an 80s
I want to
pop
comment on
culture
that
podcast,
too.
and I would not kick her off.
Listen,
Called Almost 80s.
Spencer, I love you. I love Jess. This is clear. We like to tease each other. But I'm sorry, this is not some identity you can claim. This is not a social construct to say that you're an 80s baby. You literally were born in 1993.
89. And you know what?
30 days.
If
Just
somebody
barely
can claim that they are married to the ghost of Blackbeard, I can claim that I am an 80s child. I identify as an 80s child.
Doesn't work that way.
Yes.
So now we have to respect that. Okay, well, I don't want to be controversial, so I guess I'm going to have to say that you were an 80s baby for 3 days.
More than 3 days.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, a month
Hey.
and 7 days. Because apparently you're still mad at Thanksgiving. But Jess is really like a Jess of all trades. She kind of is, like, for me anyways, she taught me so much about what I know about ghost hunting and the paranormal. And, like, honestly, like, the times I was the most scared on investigations, I was with Jess. The times where I saw things, I was with Jess. And she calmed me down. It was actually super reassuring. So whether it's video games, K-pop, she led me on to a lot of great female bands.
BTS. The only reason why I know BTS is because of Jess.
Is that true?
Well, I mean, BTS is everywhere, but I'm just going to say it's Jess.
Yeah,
But you know what?
give credit to Jess.
Between the three of us, she's probably the biggest anime expert.
No, that's true.
I mean, we're not supposed to like anime. It's weird for us to like anime.
For white dudes. Is that why we podcast?
Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, it's too cliche for white
Okay.
guys
So
to
yeah,
like
that's
anime.
why we're here talking. Okay, I got it.
What's our next call?
Hey guys, this is Steve. Just wanted to first say I'm enjoying the show, and second, I know you're taking requests for different maybe guests on the show, and I was wondering if you've heard the sweet musical stylings of the one and only DJ Takara. From what I heard, she's very, there's a lot of interest in Vegas and in Amsterdam to hear DJ Takara and really what she's putting out there. So just wanted to make sure you knew about this new up and coming artist, and looking forward to having DJ Takara on the show. Bye guys.
So Steve is only, let's see, it's 2023, 7 years behind the times. Because DJ Takara was a worldwide phenomenon back in 2016, back in the days of Pokemon Go.
I think she probably was an opening act for BTS.
No, BTS was the opening act for her.
There's a lot of guesses about BTS tonight. But no, I mean, in going back to, can I spoil who it is? Is that okay?
No,
I
no,
mean-
she's got a secret identity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we've already had this discussion, and DJ Takara will be joining us to give us her expertise, wink, wink, here on the show. And so, yeah, look forward
Is
to
it
that.
weird that I just imagined that wink wink in an anime kind of style?
Like an
Wink wink. Hey. Like tilt the head.
Wow.
I
Oh,
can't
wow.
wait. I can't wait.
I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Actually, guys, I think we do have one more phone call.
One more? Okay.
Yeah, I was wrong there. Let's check this one out.
Hey guys, it's Ben. I was just thinking about something that never occurred to me before, because for some reason I live in Oklahoma, and I'm pretty sure I'm the only one in the state that listens to any of your shows. But recently I found myself in St. George, and I noticed that I was wearing a bacon cell shirt, and I started to panic because I don't know how people that listen to your shows identify each other or interact with each other in public. You know how some shows will have phrases that people say so that you know, to identify each other, you know who each other are. Or like sports teams, like if you're in a big crowd, somebody will yell Texas and everybody who knows will reply with sucks, and then you know who your people are. So my question is, if you're out in public and you run into someone who listens to the other show, or Bacon Cell, or Party in the Back, or Spencer's other show, what phrase do you use to identify each other? And also, what do you yell in public places to find your people? And is it the same phrase, or are they different phrases? Anyway, let us know. Thanks.
So I have some expertise in this, having actually ran into fans of Kent's other show, Bacon Sale.
You ran into Drew, right?
Drew Maxwell.
So what did you yell
Yeah.
at him? That's what I want to know.
Hey, you, is that a Bacon Sale shirt?
Sounds like a very
So,
bacon sale thing to
that's-
yell.
That is one way you can start a conversation.
Now I want to know another way.
The other way, I was driving home from work I think it was a couple months ago, and I saw a Bacon Sale sticker, so I started honking and honking and honking, and I sped up to pass him, and then I realized it was the Beastie Boys.
What?
Ken, did you
He's
know
like,
your
what you want?
did you know that your logo looks a lot like the Beastie Boys from a distance?
Oh, well, I'll take that. Beastie Boys fans representing us?
I guess.
No, that's actually a good point. Like, what would we say for the other show? How would we want other show fans and us to kind of like a Marco Polo in public? Like, in your Walmart, you can't find your family. Marco.
Here's what you do. If it's the other
Okay.
show, if it's Bacon Cell, just say, "Hey, is that a Bacon Cell shirt?" That
No,
works.
you say family friendly.
Yes.
Or hashtag Team
Or
Kent.
You get really, really,
Yeah.
really close behind him, and you go, "Bitty, bitty, 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 bitty."
Bitty, bitty, bitty. That's sexual harassment, though.
Yeah,
so.
that is.
Well, what I'm gonna say is not much better, because I was gonna say if it's the other show, you can be like, "Hey, it's my other fam. Are you a member of my other family?"
Okay. We can do better.
Yeah, we need something like,
but I don't know if much better. Spencer, that might be the one that sticks. We'll
like
see.
a bird call, like caca caca.
I think it's got to be something cat-like.
That's true.
Um,
Because we're all podcats anyway.
Okay.
And by the way, your cat is in the background, Kenny,
Yeah.
and its eyes are glowing and kind of creepy.
It's giving me PTSD because I tried
Yeah.
to put the little claw caps on Ethel, and I'm now dead.
I think for Ben, between the three of us, we need to come up with something. And maybe it could be on a T-shirt. I'm going to talk with the other guys on Bacon Cell. We can come up with a call. I'll report back on this next week, and I think we should as well.
It kind of reminds me of like Boy Scouts, when you would have like the watermelon cheer.
The call and response.
Oh, I was about to say the peanut melon,
Peanut
water butter. Yeah, you combine peanut butter and watermelon.
No,
it's the dumbest
dude,
thing.
I worked at scout camp for many a summer. Peanut melon?
Yeah.
Were you dropped on your head as a child?
You didn't go to Camp Peanut Melon?
No comment. Oh wait, you're asking Kenny.
I was asking Kenny.
Sorry, Scoutmaster. Ooh, sir, I worked at Camp Hood for 4 years in a row.
Scoutmaster Spencer. Thank you very much.
We don't want to hear about it. Well, good calls today. Really good calls.
All right. Are you guys watching anything?
Other than Love is Blind, I have been hate watching a few things.
Hate watching.
One of which
Don't say 911. Don't say 911.
I don't even know what 911 is.
911 Lone Star?
No, I have no idea what that is.
They're my stories.
Oh, that's your stories.
Uh-huh.
So 911 Lone Star in the Chicago franchise?
I kind of gave up on that one, but mainly because I let my Hulu, subscription kind of lapse.
Yeah. I hate to say hate watching for what I'm about to say. I think people expect this kind of thing from me, but as a not super big Star Wars fan,
Oh no.
I'm really curious about what The Mandalorian is at this point. Because I'm just trying to look at it from an outsider, someone who hasn't seen Clone Wars, Rebels, any of the extra credit stuff, and say, is this entertaining for a member of the general audience? Do I need to know backstory of these characters? What is this show delivering to me? Because in season 3, which is where it's at right now, and by the way, I think the way season 2 ended was phenomenal. Like, as far as storytelling goes, it closed off a story. And then season 3 for me has been meandering. It is the Rise of Skywalker at this point, where they don't know what the story was supposed to be, and it's been wasteful up until that second to last episode. And I know the last episode is on our heels, like literally this very second. I don't know how they're going to redeem it, but I think they're probably going to be able to. Or I'll say this, brand loyalists will say it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. But I personally am so confused by this series, and I can see why people are not really watching it anymore. Okay, I'll back away from the mic because I feel like tomatoes will be thrown.
No, I can see where you're getting, with the point you're getting at with this. But with The Mandalorian specifically, this is very much a Dave Filoni storytelling style. He is in love with Star Wars lore, and he's in love with the characters that he has created and added to Star Wars. So you'll see a lot of those dropped into this season specifically, like Zeb from Star Wars Rebels, or callbacks to Star Wars Clone Wars. But what he's done, and I don't think you remember this, Kenny, or if you remember how season 2 was up until the last episode, but many people felt the same exact way about season 2. Where is this season going? There's too much Baby Yoda. There's too much Grogu. What is even happening except for maybe 2 or 3 episodes within the season that actually moved the plot forward?
I would disagree. I think season 2 is similar to season 1. Yes, there were a lot of cameos that were way too reliant on Star Wars lore. I agree. We didn't need to see Ahsoka. We didn't need to hear all these mentions. But it was a story still of Din and Grogu. And that is the story of Lone Wolf and Cub. And it was about to finish. And it finished very well. And yes, there were weak points. And I just feel like in is it 8 or 9 episodes this season? I think I'm going to say 8. There have been 6 episodes of filler.
I disagree.
6 of 8. Oh, and that's totally fine. I want you to.
Because to me, what this season has been about, it's been a buddy cop season with Bo and Din. With Bo being the cop that's 3 days away from retirement, that's finding their passion into being on the police force again. And Din being the new recruit that is the constant gung-ho and wants to do everything. The bigger story this season is Bo-Katan finding her faith in Mandalore again and finding her place in leadership. Do I fully expect her to die at the end of the next episode? Yes. Yes, I do. But this whole season has been ending her whole arc, and this is where the season may fail. It's ending her whole arc from Clone Wars to Rebels to now.
See, I think they're not going to kill I don't think they're killing anyone. I think that this is ending Din's arc. Sorry, Josh, if this is like all Greek Easter to you.
No, I'm just staring at LeBron James' foot still. And to be honest with you, It kind of looks like Admiral Akbar.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Yeah, I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
Like, I might not be talking much, but I'm thinking Star
Sure.
Wars.
So Spencer, like this is like they gave Boba Fett his own series with Book of Boba Fett. This should have been the Book of Bo-Katan, 100%. This is like season 3 of 24 saying Jack Bauer's not important anymore. We're going to pass the reins over to this person. And it's like, isn't that fun to see them together? No. I came to see a certain character, and it's not Grogu anymore. He's only there for merchandising and to be babysat. Once again, this is Kenny the Cynic. But I am seeing this be Star Wars leading into the worst possible Star Wars, which is the sequel series.
No, you're not wrong there.
I say that from a complete outsider.
For somebody who has a Grogu doll who was all in like season 1, I won't lie. Like this season with Grogu, I'm kind of annoyed at the the character development of Grogu because there's the lack thereof, because it just seems like,
Sure.
oh, who's babysitting Grogu this episode, right? Like Lizzo was great, and
Oh, okay. You take it easy.
Lizzo.
Worst Star Wars moment.
Lizzo was my number 1 listened to person on Spotify for 2022. Lizzo knows how to get down. I'm just saying, but
Getting down doesn't mean acting. Okay.
probably not. But anyway,
Yeah, at least he said get and not go.
yeah. But no, anyway, I just feel like there is no development. And granted, I did read a few things about Dave Filoni and kind of debating on how or what they want, Grogu's first words to be, to not see that develop, but just to see him being put into a robot and with yes, no, like a toddler. I kind of was annoyed by that last episode.
No, he's a 50-year-old man with PTSD. Just look at it that way.
Either way, I just wish there was more character development with Grogu, and maybe we'll get that with this last episode. I don't know, but
Yeah, I don't disagree with you there. I think the bigger issue and what we're all talking about here isn't Star Wars specific, though. This is a trend that we've been seeing in the past, 2, 3, maybe even 4 years, since binge watching became the norm and serialized episodes kind of became the way of the past. Where in the past, you used to have a lot of filler episodes because they had to fill out 20 plus episode seasons. So people were used to seeing shows or episodes that really went nowhere, had no bearing on the overall arc. But since maybe even Game of Thrones or Breaking Bad, where you had tight 10 episode seasons,
Sure, one story
that told a very specific story. Anytime you get anything that deviates from that very specific story, you get annoyed and you start thinking, oh, this is meandering. We're seeing the same thing with like Ted Lasso.
Oh yeah, don't get me started on that one.
Where we're halfway through the season and everybody's saying, oh, everything's going where we think it's going to go, or it's not as good as seasons past. You got to kind of hold off on some of these stories, or some of these stories. I'm turning into Josh. Some of these shows and seasons until you get to the last episode.
They're stories. Just embrace it.
Just to see how the season ties up. Because they may be setting something up now that's a red herring, and it could be going somewhere completely different. So I'll withhold judgment on Mandalorian until Thursday.
I get
when
that.
I'll probably likely watch it.
Yeah.
Instead of Wednesday. And same with Ted Lasso. Like, I'll wait until the end of the season. I'm not happy where everybody's at right now in the show.
With Ted Lasso, yeah, it's very predictable right now.
Right now, but is that what they want us to be thinking? Is that the emotion they're trying to pull on? Again, with these tight 10-episode seasons, they're able to do things like that. And then anytime that they have an extra episode, like I think The Mandalorian's the most guilty of all. Like I said before, there's like maybe 2 or 3 episodes that really move a season along in The Mandalorian, but they have to meet the Disney mandate of 10 episodes.
Sure.
8 episodes.
Right.
So you'll have filler episodes like the Buddy Cop episode with Lizzo and Jack Black.
I mean, but truly, Spencer, what they're doing is they're killing their own audience. I mean, the premiere of season 3 was already much lower than any other episode of Mandalorian. And with every episode, they've gone down about 40 to 60% as far as viewership goes. So with the decline of quality, you can say that they have a big picture, and they probably do, right? I'm probably wrong here, but so few people will be watching the finale episode because they've turned people away with bad storytelling. or storytelling that's too based on the combined universe.
One,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm going to push back on you right here, Kent.
Good.
One, where are you getting the numbers? Because none of these streaming services release their numbers.
You don't need to back up your numbers if you say them with enough conviction.
With gusto.
Mm-hmm.
Some will brag about their initial watching numbers but you'll never hear anything about members or growth or anything after that, because there's no really reliable way, and they don't release solid numbers for any of these streaming shows. And two, by saying this is how many people tuned into the premiere, we don't consume media like we used to. We don't watch. I know some people turn in to watch Love is Blind live, but the vast majority of those users are either going to watch it later in the week or sometimes even a month later if it's not super, super pressing. I sent Kent down a rabbit hole.
I know, I'm
I
looking
can
for
see
his
his
stats
eyes
right now.
twitching across as he reads.
Like,
You know what's going to end up happening, though, with The Mandalorian for the last episode? They're going to bring either in like Luke Skywalker or Princess Leia, because that's kind of what they do with those last episodes.
That is what they do.
So I don't know. I just maybe we'll get Grogu's first words.
I'm sure we will.
well, and I think, this show has now become The Mandalorian, and Mandalorian is now a group of people instead of just the one character that we watch, right? This is this won't be the wrap up of the grander story, because that's going to come in a movie in about 6 years. But this is now about the people, and I think it's fine that they kind of veer into that territory. They just needed to do more to bring in the general audience than say, here's 2 full episodes fighting monsters where they're fighting poorly.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay.
Like the whole dragon one or whatever.
Yeah.
it just didn't make sense.
Don't worry, Kent. Kathleen Kennedy's getting fired any day now.
Never. She'll never get fired. We know this. None of us should ever claim that again. Everyone wants it, but it'll never happen. So she's got blackmail.
As long as those movies turned a profit, she's got a job.
Spence, can I ask you? Now I'm calling you Spence.
Now you know it's serious.
How do you feel about Ray's movie, Ray Palpatine's movie, the supposedly for now one-off movie that will come out in 2026, I believe?
That one's very interesting. There seems to be a lot of momentum behind it because they announced not just Ray was returning, but the director as well. They haven't done that with any of the other spin-off projects except for maybe Filoni's, because we know who's attached to that one. It's interesting that they decided to announce it with the director-actor combo.
Well, no.
I've seen a ton of chatter online, and I haven't seen anybody that's excited for it beyond saying like
the director of Ray she directed 2 episodes of Miss Marvel, which also no one watched, and a documentary. She's an activist. This will not go well for Star Wars.
No, and that's exactly what I'm saying is if they had announced like it was Mangold was doing the Ray movie,
which by the way, his movie sounds awesome.
You know he'd never do it.
Yeah.
His movie does sound awesome. But if they announced that, like he was the one that was going to do that, or even though 1984 didn't, or Wonder Woman 1984 didn't do that well, like if they had announced Patty Jenkins doing that movie,
I think we still all want to see a Rogue Squadron movie.
We would all love to see a Rogue Squadron movie, but it is that director character combo that I don't think anybody is excited for this.
Okay.
Which is a shame because I don't think Daisy Ridley's a bad actor.
No.
And I don't think Ray in particular, the framework of a good character is there. The story of a good character was not told in the prequel or the sequel trilogy.
Sure.
So I'm excited to see her get another chance, but they could not have gone with a worst combo to get people excited for this.
Okay. I can see.
Like, why didn't they get the person that did WandaVision?
I keep staring at LeBron's foot, so I think this episode might be over. It's a trap.
That's a good.
No, I'm gonna rant a little more.
Please give me a reason to turn it off.
That's a good way to cut us off, Josh. That should be our cue. Is just flash a picture of LeBron's foot.
It's over.
Okay, Spencer, we'll continue this conversation later. Maybe we'll on social media if people want to chat to us about it. I would like to be sold on this.
I'm not gonna be,
but
I'm open.
No, but even on Mandalorian, like I want to be told not just hey, go and watch these other series, but here's why the storytelling's good. Right? Convince me. But yes, Josh, we're sorry.
That's okay.
And please take us out.
So first off, before I sign off, I just want to say that we have another episode coming out just in a couple of days. We have our Disneyland hacks that we're going to be doing. So make sure you come back on Friday for that episode. But guys, thank you so much for listening to this episode. As crazy and all over the place as it's been, we really do appreciate you choosing to listen to us, because we understand that there are a number of podcasts out there that you could listen to. So thank you for lending us your ear. Guys, we really do want to connect with you, whether that's through Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. You can follow the other show on any of those social media platforms. Additionally, you can join our Facebook group, the other group. It's a fun little community we hope that you will want to be a part of and participate in a lot of these conversations that we're having here on the other show. Now, we may be seasoned podcasters, but this is still a fairly new podcast. So please, guys, do us a solid and subscribe to the other show on whatever platform you're listening to us on, whether that's Apple Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcast, iHeartRadio, and we're even on YouTube. Subscribing helps others find the other show much easier. Also, leave us a review. We do read each and every review, even those 1-star irrelevant reviews. Now, if leaving a written review isn't necessarily your thing, you can always call my voicemail at 801-508-4989 with that comment, question, complaint, or even suggestion. Again, that number is 801-508-4989. But when you're not listening to us, remember that you can listen to me on my other show, The Party in the Back.
You can hear me on my other show, Bacon Cell.
And you can hear me on my other show,